Hey guys, JCC2224 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the Hasbro Star Wars The Black Series Rogue One K-2SO. Yes, I don't own this yet. This is my brother's, and he is letting me borrow it for review, so you guys can decide if you want to buy this guy a week from now on good old Force Friday. And I can say it's worth it. It's really, really worth it. I'm going to be going very light this Force Friday, and this is going to be one figure that I definitely have to pick up, because this is a fantastically executed figure. It has a lot of elements I'm very surprised about, and the paint is very, very good. So the first thing I want to go over is the articulation, because he has a lot. He has a double ball-jointed neck, as in the base of his neck is a ball joint, and then his head is also on a ball joint. So you got a lot of range going on there. I'm talking a lot of range. You can go unce, unce, unce. He can do everything and anything you want him to, pretty much. His shoulders go up about that far. I would be careful because he does have some paint around the shoulders. You don't want any of that scratching off. He has a lot of this yellow paint all around, and I'm not sure if that's like the design aesthetic, but it's just kind of semi-worn, and he got it like that, so I don't know if that's just crappy paint, or if it's just how they actually did the figure, but yeah, that's weird. He has a bicep swivel and a 90-degree bend at the elbow, which is really, really good. He also has a forearm swivel, as well as a wrist swivel, and both of his wrists move in and out. And yeah, that's pretty good. I'd give that a 2 out of 10 probably. Ab crunch moves forward quite a bit, I'd say. Not that much, but enough. Moves back even further. Nice side to side. I'd say that's pretty solid, and of course it can move side to side, but in a different way. His hips are probably one of the things I like the least, because they can move out a little bit. Because his hips, they're on a ball joint. You can see beyond that silver bit is where they're on a ball joint. So you can move them out about that far, which is pretty good. But moving them forward, they always are kind of going off to the side. So you really, really can't get them like a really, really straight running position, like all the way up. You might be able to work with it, like if you really, really finagle it. But thankfully he does have a swivel above the knee and a swivel below the knee, so that will really help in trying to get him in good poses. His knee bend is pretty far, and yes, you can see that is a translucent joint, and we'll get to that. He also has a, does he have an ankle swivel? I'm going to say no. I'm not going to take a chance on that. He has an up and down on the ankle, moves very, very far. And he doesn't have a traditional pivot. He has more of like a Mattel, old Toy Biz style pivot, but it works very, very well. Goes in both directions. So articulation on this guy is quite a bit. That's quite a lot of articulation, but you probably noticed that some of these joints are translucent. Is that a concern? Because if you guys know translucent plastic, sometimes it just doesn't last. Sometimes it just goes. It just cracks, it breaks, it's horrible. However, how the nature of 6-inch Black Series figures, I would say it's probably safe, because 6-inch Black Series figures are typically made out of a softer plastic, so I don't really see any real stress being placed on these joints, unless, of course, you just decide to snap it and bend it in the completely wrong direction, then yeah, that translucent plastic is probably going to give. It's on the ankles, it's on the knees, and it is on the elbows, and honestly, it gives it a really nice aesthetic. I like how it kind of makes it look like these weird loops for the hinges on the actual droid. Paint then. He's got a lot of paint. He's got a lot of paint. And I'm very, very happy with it. He's got little scratch marks all over. Inside the thighs, he's got a ton of yellow that's kind of wearing off. I don't know if that's intentional or not. Some silver in there. All around, he's just got tons of paint. The translucent plastic bits, obviously a part of the hinge, will be painted. Just a lot of scratches. And you would think that he would have toe articulation, however, I am happy that they decided to exclude that, considering the scale of the figure, but he does have sculpted hinges. Don't think that actually bends, because it doesn't. The head sculpt is just absolutely glorious. I love, love, love this head sculpt. And I should probably apologize for the lighting. It's not that good, because my source of light coming from above is, it's not working. So that's a reason why I haven't been making a lot of videos recently. But yeah, hopefully you can get a good look at the paint overall. Really, really love the back detailing. Really, really love these soft rubber antennae right there. And overall, this is a worthy figure to have. Besides the hips, the lankiness of this guy and the balance being on the top, I feel like standing him up and him staying standing up will not be an easy task. Just trying to get him to stand right now, he's kind of teetering on me. And yeah, he's standing right now, but that's gonna happen. My brother can speak for it. He's had a lot of issues with this guy not wanting to stay up. However, it is a very, very nice looking figure, and I would say if you like the design of K-2SOs as much as I do, then you will probably want this figure. So I don't have any of the other Wave 1 Rogue One figures to show you in comparison. However, I do have the SDCC Jyn Erso, which is also not mine. And you can see, yeah, K-2SO is quite tall. And also, compared to the Black Series Stormtrooper mold, there he is next to my custom Stormtrooper Commander. And yeah, he's really tall. He's probably about... I would say he's taller than Captain Phasma, but he's not taller than Chewbacca. So yeah, guys, that's pretty much it with this review. There is K-2SO from the 6-inch Star Wars Black Series. You may be wondering, didn't the pictures show him with an E11? And yes, they did. That was cut from the final figure. However, if you're wondering how the E11 fits in his hand, with a little trigger guard right there, it's kind of tricky and doesn't really look too great. But he can hold it. He can hold an E11, and it looks pretty solid, I'd say. If you want him to be blasting people with an E11, you know, if you just have a spare, looks pretty good. So yeah, that's pretty much it. There has been my review of the K-2SO. Make sure to comment, like, and do the subscribe. Check out my Facebook page if you have a chance. Have a good day, guys, and I hope you find this guy on Force or Rogue Fried. I don't know what it's freaking called. Because knowing how the Black Series figures are distributed, it might be kind of tough. Later, guys.